Good morning, traders, and God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard. I am your host for this pre-market session. And like we do each morning, we're watching this volume spike column. We want to see these green numbers start rising. Once we see them rising, we will come over to the current bar volume and make sure there's enough volume in this current candle to get in and get out safely. And what I mean by that is this number needs to really be flowing. There needs to be a battle going on between the buyers and the sellers. And it'll be relevant when you see this taking off. You'll see these numbers really moving. Once we confirm the volume, you'll see the price rise up. You'll see me mark a resistance level when it starts dropping. And once it drops down, I'll mark a support level, and you want to try to plan your entry down here around support. But you want to make sure that we have some tall green bars. This is our volume indicator, and it's called Dominator Master. You want to see some tall green bars, preferably above this yellow line, which is the average volume, for the buyers coming in like you see here before the price starts rising. You also want to see the My Blessing indicator. The green part of this line is the buyers, the red is the sellers. And once you see it turn green and start running up, you know the buyers are coming in as well. So you have two confirmations down here of buyers coming in before you enter the trade. Also, never trade off of my screen. My screen is sometimes delayed, and these delays can cost you money. Make sure you're set up on your own computer. Also, make sure you reach out to a financial advisor. I am not one. I am a coder. I create indicators, and by learning these indicators, you learn how to trade. But I don't give you all the specifics you need to know about trading. So please reach out to the professionals before you make any trades or use any of my scripts or listen to any of my recommendations. And make sure that your active trader is on TIFEXT so you can trade the pre-market session this morning. And I'm losing my words. I guess I'm still sleepy. But thank you for joining me this morning. We have a couple minutes left to go before the market opens. We've had a couple of small movers, nothing really important yet. BBLG was one, but it soon pulled back, and IMRX went up and also pulled back. So we're currently watching this column at 6 a.m. when the market starts, and that would be Central Time. Let's see if we get any plays. Enjoy your coffee for the next minute and a half, and we'll get started. About a minute to go. BBLG has already made a reversal and headed back up. I'm going to go ahead and mark a resistance level up here and a pullback level here. Once the market opens, we want to see it break this 320. It may come back down and retest this 320 before running up again. And be careful that it don't spike up on you and right back down. All right, here we go. Okay, pushing up, 330 now, 333, 335. Watch for the pullback here. It could happen or it could just keep going. This is the kind of volume you want to see right here. These numbers are really flying. The buyers are really coming in. The price is really going up. Just had to throw that in there. 337. And usually when these markets open, you will see a stock run up and then come back and pull back slightly, and then other investors find it, and then more buyers come in and drive it up even further. And that's how we like to play this pre-market session. Always try to catch profits at the top of these candles. At least take some of your shares out and lock it in. It's okay to leave a little bit in there to see if it runs further, but lock them in as you get them. Pushing up a little more here. Let's see if we get the push. Need to break that 346 high. I'm watching these dominator bars. There's a red one. These are sellers, so they may not come back in. Want to see a tall green bar come in above this yellow line. This is the average volume line. Not currently coming in yet. These are sellers taking profit. Let's see if other investors see this little spike up and then come in and drive it up a little further. These pre-market traders, they are very reluctant to stay in a trade very long. If it doesn't happen within a minute or so, they start selling. So be aware of that. Holding steady as of now. Might come back down and retest that 320 right here. Doesn't look like more buyers are interested. See a green bar coming back in right here. This indicator looks fine. A few more buyers coming in. Nice job, Jay, on BBLG. $600 profit on one of the subscribers. Pulling back down to that 320. We need to stay above this 320. Good job, M. 223 on BBLG. Another subscriber. Hopefully we stay above this 320 and more buyers come in and drive it up for a new high, but it looks like we're going to drop down below it. You can see the sellers here in these dominator bars. Good job, Yandros. $40 on BBLG. Good job, Happy. $61 on BBLG. And you guys are working it this morning. I haven't even pulled the trigger. You'll see a white arrow pop in occasionally. This is a pullback arrow. I do have a script in here that watches for the price to drop. Then once the buyers come back in, you'll see a white arrow appear for the run up. These white arrows are very powerful. You can see they're planted nicely. This purple line you see, if you've never been here before, is the 34 EMA. I use it instead of the VWAP. To me, this is more reliable than VWAP and works all day long. It doesn't start flatlining you like the VWAP does during the after the market regular session opens up and equals out around 10 o'clock. You'll see VWAP flatten out. This one won't do that to you. Holding at 320. Looks like we may drop down. So put this one over in your personal watch list, BBLG, to watch it throughout this morning's session. It could go up more later in the session. I assume YouTube can hear me this morning. I did find an issue yesterday. Good deal. It always seems to be an update issue. Watching these dominator bars for more buyers to come in. These green bars need to jump above that average volume line, which is yellow. Thank you guys for confirming the sound on YouTube, and ladies. So if you've never been here before, we are battling the slowdown of the summer vacation months, but we're still able to find a couple of winners each morning. And we've actually done pretty good over the last year. If you've been here that long, we've managed to pull a paycheck out every week. And we are price action volume traders. That's it. Nothing more. Couple of indicators to identify that volume in the buyers and the sellers. RDHL. It's a cheaper stock, under $1. I don't purchase these. You probably know that already. A little bit late on this trade. They called it out to me earlier, but I was watching another monitor at that time. M made a profit of $29, another subscriber. Guess they made it before I even posted it. Watching the dominator bars, they're green. We want to see them grow taller. You can see the volume has slacked off. These bars are getting shorter. That tells you the volume is slacking off. The My Blessing indicator is turning south. That's a sign of weakness. These indicators are working live for you. They're not making a decision based on what happened in the past. This is all buyer and seller activity as it happens. And if you post a stock pick, please do it in caps. I am partially blind. It helps me to focus in faster. And make sure it has a lot of volume before you post it. And I thank you for your cooperation. LSH. LSH moving up currently. Let's see if we can get the buyers to come in. We want to watch for a tall green bar to come in. Right now it's about, well, 90% buyers now than sellers. Let's see if the buyers come back in with a tall green bar here. May pull back to that 415 level. Retesting 415. If it breaks down below it, could be trouble to get any higher. You can see how low the volume is up here. That last candle, which would be this one, was only 38,000 shares traded. This one's only 23. This is really not the kind of stock you want to throw a bunch of shares at. It's probably okay for 100 shares or so, but you don't want to get in with 1,000 or 2,000. You're going to have trouble getting in and getting out. Holding that 415 level. Pushing up now. It's a red candle going up. You've probably never seen that before. I am running the Master Scalper script, and a red candle going up means one of these indicators is not where it's supposed to be, and it would be this one trending down. It's kind of warning you, yes, it's going up, but it could come right back down because this indicator is not pointing upwards. So you'll see red candles going up, green candles going down, and that lets you know something's wrong. But most of the time the colors are correct. Looks like the volume is almost completely stopped on this one. Going back to BBLG. Coming up off of that 320, we did get a pullback arrow. We're watching dominator bars. We want to see buyers coming in. We don't want to just be tempted by a green candle or a white arrow. We want to see green tall bars. And this indicator looks good. Went ahead and put that 340 resistance level in. We need enough volume to break 340 for the next run up. GGLG, not seeing it in my scans. I don't see GGLG. Did you mean BBLG? Amadeus, did somebody switch the letters on your keyboard? That is correct, Happy. Unless you're a gambler like me. Sometimes I'm a stubborn old goat. All right, trying to break that 340. Let's see if it happens. We only have a short green bar. You know how it is. We all have a strategy and sometimes we don't follow it. I do 99% of the time. It's that 1% that gets me or you when we don't stick with the rules. No green dominator bars, no rise, right? Fumagoo, I did good in after hours yesterday. Right at $1,000. Don't know if you were there with us or not. I was in the stream with Milo, who does a great job every day. Yeah, if you're not in the mood, Fumagoo, there's no sense in even trading. Watching for volume spikes, nothing currently happening. And if you're new to ThinkorSwim, these scans refresh every 3 to 4 to 5 minutes. I don't think anybody knows the correct time. But my point is that we don't all refresh together. So someone else's scans may refresh before mine, and you'll see these members posting stock picks in the chats. As a team, we can eliminate most of that delay by working as a team. And when someone's scan refreshes before the rest, they post the stock pick so we can get in as early as possible. Testing that 340 again. Not seeing tall green bars coming in yet. It's not enough to attract more buyers. I'm watching the volume. It's still pretty low, but it is flowing. There is a possibility we could bump higher here, but it's only a possibility. YouTubers, if you haven't joined our Discord yet, right above the chat at the very top, you will see a white and yellow banner. You can join our Discord for free, talk to other investors, reach out to support with your questions, and become a free member. You'll get one free scan, one free indicator. That scan is this pre-market scan up here. The indicator is the V4, which we use for quite some time, and it's still a relevant indicator to use for trading. It's very accurate. And if you want to upgrade and join the premium side, you will get a lot of scans. I think there's 60 scans and 30 indicators. Plus, you'll get the full 3.5 to 4 hours of trading with me live. You'll also get some trading with Milo and some instructions and answers to your questions with Milo. And Amadeus occasionally gets in there and helps out, and we appreciate him as well. We have a great support team. If you have major questions, they can't figure it out, they'll send you over to me, and I'll definitely straighten it out. If you want to upgrade to our premium service, Discord is very fast with the streaming, sometimes 2 to 3 seconds faster than YouTube. So you have some type of delay here on YouTube, so just be careful and trade off your own system. But anyhow, we'd love to have you on board. If you want to upgrade, we can show you a thing or two. Yeah, sometimes that YouTube delay can get really, really devastating. I've seen it. Actually, we had a 3-minute delay one morning, and I could not straighten it out. It was on the YouTube side. So always watch this clock. Compare this clock to your clock, and you'll know how big the delay is on YouTube. SOXL while I'm rattling my jaw. This is the price range I like to trade in, anywhere between $5 and $50. Volume a little bit lacking on this one. My blessing indicator is pointing south. Short dominator bars, we had a couple of sellers tired of waiting, pulled out. But we'll keep an eye on it. You never know about these stocks. They have a mind of their own. Thank you, Barry C. Figured we all need a blessing this morning, so reach out to the man upstairs. Reach out to the one who is worthy. LSH. Pushing back up, I'm being told. Kind of bouncing around, it looks like. Always watch these dominator bars. If you pull a stock up, you can pretty much judge it if you've been attending every morning. You can pretty much look right here and know if that stock is worth posting in the chat. And if you're new here, I'm watching more than just these two scans, and I'm sure the other members are as well, because we have like 60 of them. I'm currently watching 7 for any activity. And you get access to all of them as a premium subscriber. Little bit slow this morning. Just have patience. That's key to trading. And something will rise from the dead. BBLG, I'm looking at it on another monitor. It is trying to break that 340. It is right here in Magic Scan. We did get a tall green bar. And let me mention this. This was the first stock we looked at just before the market opened. Always keep an eye on them. Keep them charted somewhere so that you can continue to play it throughout the pre-market session. I mean, picking up nickels and dimes at 1,000 shares is $100 or $50. Just get what you can, scalp off of it, get out of it, wait for the next move. Just keep doing little hits and you will get there. One day you'll click on one and it'll jump $1 and you will dance around the room like the rest of us. Amadeus, that part is sad, but the happy part is we didn't get in it for it to pull back down. If you've never done scalping before and you decide to get into a stock, if it doesn't start going up within a matter of seconds and you see an indication that you might be wrong, immediately get out. Cut the loss short as fast as possible. We are getting a spike up now, but cut your losses short as quick as possible and let your winners run. As long as you're ahead of the game, you will be a successful trader. Doesn't matter if you waste a trade, you save some money. Pushing up higher now, 356 for a new high. Watching the dominator bars, they're trying to get taller. There's not a whole lot of buyers here, but it looks like we have a white arrow and a good push to 357 now. Now 359. I'm watching these bars. If I see a red one coming in, I will take caution. Still green. 360 for the high now, but just barely a new high. You can compare volume up here to the last candle, 220,000. We are only at 130. I would like to see this number greater than this number. Getting short dominator bars. Probably not going very much further. These are profit takers, this red part. It's all about buyers and sellers. Where are they? Are there more buyers than sellers? And that's where we like to play with our money. Follow the money. Follow the buyers and sellers. That's what we do here. Pulling back slightly. Nick, I was, but yesterday we had audio issues and I felt it to be necessary to restream again today for YouTube because they couldn't hear me yesterday. So I'm doing my good deed for today, letting them have an extra day to make up for that issue. Watching the dominator bars, they're mostly green these last 7 or 8, but we did have some sellers in here. The stock is holding this price level. It is rising over the last 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. So it's a good one to keep an eye on. It could creep up a little more, then pause, creep up a little more, then pause. It's not my kind of scalping trade when they pause. I just want to see them run up, get it done. I'm out, and I move on to the next one. Don't like creepy crawlers like this one, but we have a new high of 364 because we have more buyers than sellers. The volume is lower than I like, but we do have more buyers than sellers. And this bar here is trying to break the average volume line. Hopefully it doesn't turn red and drop. We do have a warning with this red candle because this indicator is not quite right. Slowly crawling higher. 365 now, another penny. Good job, YouTube. YouTube made 22 cents per share on this stock. So when you're scalping, it's okay to play stocks like this, but not idea trading for scalping. You want to see massive buyers coming in like this bar here, and the price running up and running up and running up, and you bail out before the next red candle. That's what I call scalping. Fast action, fast in, and fast out. Lots of buyers on board. And we do that over and over every morning when there's a stock available. We usually get 2 or 3. When it's very slow, we'll get 1 or none. I've even seen none. But patience pays. Can't have your cake and eat it too every day. Good job, Chad. Chad has been holding on to this stock. He's up about 40 cents a share. Chad says he got in at 323. M is up 260 for the day, and it's only been 34 minutes. Good job, M. Good job, JW. Picked up 5 cents a share on BBLG. Red candle turned green, pushing up, maybe a new high here. Slowly continuing to crawl upwards, very slow. Short dominator volume bars, an occasional profit taker. Maybe, yep, 370, another new high, creeping up slowly to 372. Maybe we don't need another one. Maybe we all just need to get in and wait 30 minutes. Not really. Don't take my advice like that. Chad, it don't matter what you trade as long as you make it. If you make it work, that makes the dream work, right? It's the only thing in Magic Scan. It's the only thing we have going for us this morning. And if you want to know what this scan does, is it keeps track of the stocks that have moved up over the last 30 minutes. And we only have one. So you know we're having a good trading day when you see 4 or 5 listed in here. We've seen 10 or 12. Thank you, Amadeus. Amadeus says it's moved 50 cents per share since 7 a.m., which would be Eastern time. We might be saying that again 30 minutes from now. It's extended now. It's extended now. I thought it was over long ago. I thought it was over back here. This stock actually was a play yesterday morning as well. This is a continuation play. Good job, Fumagoo. Made 170 on BBLG. Looks like the party may be winding down now. Best part is we didn't see one of those big red candles take it all away. Nice recovery, Mario. Keep working at it, brother. You'll get it all back. Mario, if you would have just held on, would you be in profit? Good morning, Jimmy. All right, pulling back to the 34. And Amadeus wants to see if his prediction of bouncing off the 34 is correct. And he very well may be. So we did test the 34 here. I will zoom in a little tighter. So we may go back up here, and I did say may, and retest this 372. So about 15, 12, 10 cents between here and here, because you'll never capture all of it. If you get the whole 20 cents, you are a fantastic trader. All right, testing that 34 one more time. Let's see if we stay above it. Amadeus, I think if you would have said that back here, you'd have been correct. But because we've had such a long, slow run up, I think the buyers just kind of faded away. But had we had a lot of activity, a lot of volatility, it would probably still be moving. But since we did not have that volatility, the buyers get bored and they bail. You did. You had a 50-50 chance. So if you look back here at the 34, at the 34, at the 34, and then it broke below it. This is why I love the 34 instead of VWAP. Watching the volume spike numbers, not seeing anything, it will be obvious if the buyers are coming in. I'm seeing a 2% here. 2.02. Let's see what we're doing over here. Checking the volume. Pretty low, 55,000 on the last candle. But I did detect the movement just by watching these percentages. And if you don't know me, I'm the coder behind all of this stuff. They told me I could not do this, that ThinkorSwim doesn't work that way, and I proved them wrong. I basically made a live indicator right here so I could cancel my scanner services and let ThinkorSwim do it for free. The 9 and the 20 are good moving averages. This 34 is usually a pullback similar to the VWAP. So you're always going to have a pullback after a run up and a pullback after a run up. Just like things always return to the VWAP, they always return to the 34 too. Also, you can use this 34 as a buy or short indicator as well. You don't short anything above the 34 and you don't buy anything below it unless you are really good at trading. So it will protect you as well. As long as you play the trend in the right direction, This 34 trend is very important. You can see it turning up now. The stock breaks through. So it's very versatile as far as, do I buy now? No, it's below the 34. Or do I short it now? No, it's above the 34. Okay, it went up. Now it's pulling back. I wonder how far back it's going to pull. Well, probably to the 34. If you put this on your chart and you watch it, you will see exactly what I just said happen all day long. BBLG, I'm being told. We're on the back side of a run up. Here's the initial run. Now we've pulled back down. We're going downhill now. So this is probably just going to be a lower high from this high for the next turn down. Unless we can get some buyers to come in. You can see all of the sellers took profit. A few people thought they called the bottom, but more sellers came in and told them no, they didn't. You have to be able to read what the buyers and sellers are doing. Let's see if we go back up to hit that 370. If we do, it's going to be a slow crawl because we don't have the buyers. This indicator's looking nice. We don't have tall green dominator bars. Tall green bars is higher volume. So this stock's probably going to be channeling for a while between this line and this line. This would be support, this one being resistance. We may just bounce around here till later. This is why we watch them throughout the session. Closer it gets to 8 o'clock, the better the chances the buyers may come back into this stock to drive it up before market opens. And there's a good chance they will sell out if this stock is up before the bell. They will sell out before the bell so they don't lose their losses when the market opens. Lose their gains, I mean. White arrow's a good indication if it stays. We don't have the buyer support. And if you're wondering why my volume numbers are not like your volume numbers, it's because I'm only watching the last 20 candles volume. Remember, I'm the programmer. I programmed it to do what I want it to do. And we are testing that 340 level again. We did create a lower high. So basically 20 candles of volume is what these investors have been doing over the last 20 minutes. I don't need to know all day's volume. It's already happened. It's in the past. I just need to know the present. Pretty slow morning. If it's your first time here on YouTube, I only stream for free for 1 hour on YouTube each morning. So be here at 5:55 a.m. It's best to be here earlier if you can. But I usually don't click the go live button on YouTube until 5:55. But be wide awake, ready to go, because these things happen right at 6 a.m., sometimes just a little after. If something's going to move, it's going to be at that time. And the next run is probably the top of the hour at 7 Central Time or 8 Eastern for the next move. And the reason for that is they usually release news in the mornings, sometimes at 6, sometimes at 7, sometimes after the bell, sometimes before the bell. It all depends. So be here earlier because this stream ends in about 2 minutes. And I appreciate each and every one of you who joined me this morning. I hope you made a little bit of money off of this stock. I know some of you did. Some of you may be shy to post, but that's okay. And if you lose, you can post that too. Maybe you can get some help as the reason why you did lose. But join us Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on YouTube for 1 hour of free pre-market trading. And thank you, YouTubers, for thanking me. You guys need to come join us. You know there's money there. I'm not going to beg you, but you see it happening right before your eyes. If you upgrade to premium, it's 5 days a week, 3 to 4 hours a day with me, hour or two with Milo, sometimes an hour with Amadeus. Only takes one trade to make that monthly fee. That's it. We have 30 days a month. 20 trading days. All right, YouTubers, I appreciate you joining me this morning. I hope the Lord blesses you with your trading session all day today. I'll see you guys back tomorrow. It's Friday. And I thank you for joining me this morning. As always, have a blessed day.